Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I am Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively, we are the Office Blokes.
Yeah.
It is true. At the time of filming, we've just ticked over to 180,000 subs, you know.
180!
180!
Yes.
So I think it's time for a push to 200,000, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
This is
definitely
what they call a call to action. If you're not subscribed and you're watching us right now, do us a favour and just pop down there and subscribe. It'd mean the world to us to get to 200k.
Yeah.
And then
Dave wants to tell his mum how proud she'll be.
She don't understand. She always asks me how the podcasts are going.
Loads of people say that to me. They say, "Are you still doing that podcasting thing?" I just go, "Yeah."
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it does mean the world to us and cost you nothing.
Yeah,
so
easy.
There you go. 13 minutes of unbelievable moments.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Unbelievable.
I don't like the look of this already.
No.
That looks an absolute nightmare to me.
It's like a parcel tanker of some kind, doesn't it?
Or oil tanker, maybe.
Yeah.
But we'll get straight into it and see how unbelievable these moments actually are. Let's do it.
From a monster wave destroying an oil tanker in the middle of the Baltic Sea, to a military aircraft flying dangerously low between skyscrapers in a crowded city, here are 13 minutes of unbelievable moments caught on camera. Back on January 29th, 2021, a Russian oil tanker traversing the Baltic Sea found itself in the middle of a powerful storm. The video begins with wave after wave pounding the ship, sending water splashing onto the deck. As the captain tries to navigate through the storm to calmer seas, a wave much larger than the rest can be seen forming off in the distance. A few moments later, it smashes into the ship, destroying the bridge and sending crew members into a panic.
What's this made there?
Действительно повезло, как только это все закончилось хуёво.
Yeah, you can see it coming now. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Ой-ой-ой.
Yeah. That was it a minute ago, though. Same one, innit?
Бля, нихуя себе.
Some power behind that,
Yeah,
isn't there?
just a bit.
Immediately after this incident, the captain headed to the nearest port and was luckily able to do so without any further incident or injuries. Modern ships of this size are built to withstand such waves, making this disaster all the more terrifying.
Would you rather be on that boat in those conditions or a plane in the equivalent conditions in the sky?
Plane. Be miles more of a buzz.
I'll be on the boat all day. I can swim, I can't fly.
You ain't swimming in that.
I was going to say you up swimming that anywhere anytime soon.
No, I know that, but at least you can die trying rather than
It's
like
a-
flapping your wings.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's a bit
It's
hairy.
instant death or fucking... You probably swim into calm waters and get hit by a shark. Oh, man, treading out. Ah!
My dad's dad was in the Merchant Navy during the Second World War, and I think he worked in the engine rooms, so filthy, covered in oil all the time, and his ship got torpedoed in the North Sea. Ice absolutely everywhere, and I think he was in the sea for a day and survived.
Survived.
Wow.
And they reckon it's down to all the oil. He was absolutely just caked in it from working in the engines.
Yeah.
But yeah, survived. Plus, Glaswegian alcoholics, they can do anything.
Feel the cold.
The city of Brisbane, Australia, is home to many great attractions and festivals each and every year. Back on September 22nd, 2021, locals captured an incredible moment while a C-17 Globemaster was rehearsing for the River Fire Spectacular, the grand climax to the Brisbane Festival. Watch as locals capture the moment this military transport aircraft flies dangerously low through the crowded city before disappearing off in the distance.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's low.
the connotations of that since 9/11.
Yeah, I know.
It looks like a disaster's
Yeah.
about to happen, doesn't it? Wow. It is low, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's too low for me, that.
I'm a bit surprised they got permission for that.
I know. So where's he filming this from? He's just as high. Look at that. It looks to be a fair distance away, but still.
Yeah, because it's massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
It must have been great to watch, but
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, from a distance.
Yeah. Yeah.
To those unfamiliar with what's going on, it must have been quite a frightening experience.
Yeah.
Especially considering the aircraft was seemingly flying right between skyscrapers. Upon release, the video quickly went viral, with unnamed members of the US Air Force commenting on how dangerous the stunt was. Thankfully, it went off without a hitch, and was a moment that I'm sure those watching will never forget.
Yeah, imagine you didn't know what shit was going on and you just saw that. Imagine that now coming outside like that. You think, fucking hell.
Yeah.
I'm
That
out
Russian
of it.
thing
In
escalated
trouble.
quickly.
Yeah.
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 So, you know, when you see how many air shows used to go wrong, you
Yeah.
know, and like that's why they don't fly over people anymore, do they?
That's right.
That's right, yeah.
Anything can happen.
You absolutely never know, do you? You know, human error.
Built up area like that.
Yeah.
Nah. not
The
into that.
devastation it can cause.
Yeah.
Flying during a storm is never a fun experience. The passengers on board this British Airways flight learned that the hard way back in 2020, when an attempted landing had to be aborted at the last second. The date was August 28th, 2020. During this time,
summer.
the powerful storm named Eric was in full swing, and it brought with it extreme winds and lots of rain. While attempting to land, this Boeing 787 Dreamliner struggled to compete with the powerful gusts of wind which rocked the aircraft from side to side. Once its wheels touched down, the pilot knew he would not be able to land and quickly pulled up, making it seem as though the aircraft bounced off the runway.
Completely wrong, and if I am, then Frankie, you got it.
Never mind that. Look at the weather in the summer.
I know, yeah. August.
How grim's that?
Height of summer. I mean, come on. People think we moan about the weather all the time for no reason.
Yeah. I've been on a few planes that have done this.
Yeah,
Like,
really?
I've
touched
touched the
and gone. Yeah,
tarmac
I've
and
touched
then just
gone.
gone straight back
Oh,
up.
I've never had the pleasure.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
you see a lot of worried faces.
Yeah,
crying
I
kids and stuff. Yeah.
can't. I'm not good with
Yeah.
that.
Pilot knows what he's doing.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it whatsoever. I've
It's
got
all in
faith in
control.
pilots.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Not cool with it, but cool when
Yeah.
I'm on it. Makes the right noise as well when you
Yeah.
shoot back up again.
Yeah, because they've just got to go full throttle, haven't they?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, folks. We're going to try again.
Bounce around and probably try Gatwick now.
Yeah.
That was probably Manchester, and you go down south a little bit, and the sun's out. And
Bright
it's nice
blue
and
sky.
Thanks to the
and
quick action by the
throw that.
pilot, nobody on board was injured, albeit many were likely a bit frightened. Following this dangerous touch and go, the pilot performed a go-around maneuver and was able to land safely. After
I wonder what a go-around manoeuvre involves.
It's like the reach around.
seeing this footage, I think I'll try to avoid flying during a storm from now on. On May 17th, 2020, a man in Finland was filming when he captured an incredible and rare moment on film. During a day filled with stormy weather, the man noticed a large Airbus A350 flying overhead and started recording. As the plane flew past on its approach to the airport, a powerful bolt of lightning can be seen shooting out of the sky, striking the plane. Thankfully, modern aircraft are built to withstand such events, so nobody on board was injured.
I don't even know.
You wouldn't know,
jolt.
would you?
Probably a jolt.
Yeah.
Maybe the lights flicker a bit.
Yeah.
Now, while this might seem like a rare occurrence, the truth is, it happens more than you might imagine. As mentioned, modern aircrafts are built to be able to withstand such strikes. But this wasn't always the case. Back in 1963, a commercial flight crashed after being struck by lightning, when the lightning ignited fuel vapors, causing an explosion which destroyed one of the wings. To date, no such accidents have occurred.
I watched a documentary years ago on Sprite Lightning, I think it's called, and it's the one that they reckon goes from the clouds up.
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't touch the ground, it goes up, sort of,
Oh, right.
to the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And it's like one of these super rare phenomena that they've got minimal footage of. And that documentary was speculating that had taken planes down that were flying above the clouds, and it's not like a normal bolt of lightning, it's like a whole funnel of lightning goes up. But I didn't do any Googling after it to verify how true any of it was. I just went, that's amazing, and then started telling people it like it was a fact.
When you're on a plane and you're flying like 33,000 feet, whatever, 38,000 feet, and you get bad turbulence and stuff like that, and you're like thinking, I'm not that high up, and now I'm going through a rocky period where fucking planes bouncing around like that. And you see the fear on other people's faces, and I don't think a plane's ever come down from turbulence, but you see the plane, you see the fear on other people's faces. I might get a bit of a buzz on me with that. I'm like,
I hate it.
I think maybe some people aren't aware it's turbulence and they think there's something wrong with the aircraft, if it's jumping up and down like that.
That's what I expect. I think something's going to break.
Maybe.
the worst turbulence is the worst turbulence you can get is transatlantic, Manchester to New York sort of.
The Atlantic, where no one's gonna find.
You got the what is it called? The
Jetstream.
Yeah. So the Jetstream sort of like causes a lot more than anywhere else in the world, Mike. And that's the same. That's the way you fly. You're flying into it.
Excellent. It should be fun then, shouldn't it?
You get head-on turbulence.
I'm not scared of dying, but planes, when it's like that, I'm absolutely terrified.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know what it is because it's not the death. Like I just think you kind of switch off and that's that. It's just
method.
Yeah. I sort of, it's the lack of control. I feel like if I was flying that plane, then at least I'd have like some effect on how my life ends up.
Yeah.
But when you've just got to sit in a chair with your seatbelt on and take it, it's a bit like...
If you were flying it, Dave, you definitely die.
It's the lack of...
What flights you've been going on where you're sitting in your seatbelt just taking it?
Mile High Club. Not the good kind.
The Netherlands is a country whose naval origins date back centuries. Some of the world's finest ships are built here, and the tradition of launching them is one of great importance. However, like anything in life, things are bound to go wrong from time to time. On September 16th, 2019, during the launch of the incredible 90-meter-long ship known as Tasman.
Have we seen this on another compilation
No,
about
we
a year
did a
ago?
compilation of ship launches.
Ship launches.
We did.
Yeah. So we might. I don't recall seeing this one though.
I can't make it out whether he has not because we've only seen like the
It just seems familiar, but I guess most boats look the same when they're being launched.
the bow.
Bow?
Is that the front?
Yeah.
Or is it the stern?
That's what I mean.
Depends how you're looking at it.
An employee of the shipyard was nearly crushed when the ship began to slide off of its supports and into the water.
Oh, mate.
You got absolutely no chance if you don't get out of the way.
How they launch these ships just baffles me, man.
It is. It's absolutely incredible.
The employee was trying to remove a rope when the launch commenced, and he soon found himself standing right in its path. Those watching began to yell in panic as the ship began to slide in his direction.
Wow.
With only seconds to spare, he dove to the side and out of harm's way. It was an extremely close encounter, and one that he was lucky to walk away from.
straight for a smoke. After that, to calm his nerves. Smoking a pancake and to calm his nerves there, wasn't he? Hey?
I don't know why we think the
close.
Norwegians are Dutch all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Along the coast of India lies the town of Along. The town is rather small, with a total population of less than 20,000 people, and is known by many for one thing:
Boat graveyard.
its ship-breaking yard. Since its establishment in 1983, this beach has grown to be the largest ship-breaking site in the world. And it's here where many of the world's old and decaying ships come to die. Video filmed in May of 2009 shows exactly how these ships arrived at this beach. Except this one was a bit more violent than usual.
It's a big old ship as well, that, isn't it? Wow.
While this crash may seem like an accident, the truth is that this was actually intended, so it technically went off without a hitch.
I was wondering about that.
The ship in this video weighs in at over 19,000 tons and can be seen barreling towards shore at a speed of over 20 nautical miles per hour. Just before it reaches land, it crashes into two other ships already beached, before coming to a sudden halt in its final resting place.
Keep it held up while they dismantle it, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Freak accidents during construction work can be some of the most dangerous and most costly, and, as you are about to see, usually happen with little warning. On July 21st, 2012, a truck arrived at a construction site in Venezuela carrying a 400-ton piece of heavy machinery. As it began to go down a hill, the vehicle started to lose traction and slide, the first sign that something bad was about to happen. The driver attempted to regain control, but as you can see, the truck was no match for the weight of the machinery.
Gotta get your foot down, control it. Power!
You needed a proper project logistics guy to sort that out.
Do you know any?
Were you on this one?
That's a costly mistake, isn't it?
It's not just,
Just
the
a
cost.
bit.
It's not just the cost of the equipment what comes in. It's the cost to replace it and get something else out there as well.
Yeah.
And if it's specially built equipment.
As the truck jackknifed, the trailer was left at a precarious angle, and the machinery soon went tumbling down the nearby hill. This wound up being a costly accident, but one that thankfully did not lead to any injuries. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like
It's good, that.
That's the main thing. As long as no one dies, you can always replace the equipment.
Yeah.
Of course you can,
But
yeah.
the cost of I've seen equipment go pear-shaped sort of thing, and we've had to go down and put the replacement things in. And I tell you what, you look at some of the things and you think, fucking, what equipment have you used there?
Yeah.
You know, like they'll use like to lift something that's like 200 ton, they'll use like a 50-ton crane. Fucking crane
wow.
flips over, it drops
Just-
some water and all kinds of stuff.
Just try and do it on the cheap. Get away
Yeah,
with
exactly
it. Try
what it
and
is, mate.
try and get away with
Exactly
it.
what it is, yeah.
I grew up on stories of that going wrong as a kid. Like my dad would be driving through the Italian Alps in a convoy, and he said out of the convoy, one or two of them would go over the edge, and that's them dead.
Yeah.
And he just said it was that common back then.
Yeah.
Bad
Yeah.
roads, bad trucks.
Still is now.
It's crazy.
Certain
Unbelievable.
countries still got a lot of issues still now with the,
Yeah,
the
I
labour
bet.
they use.
Yeah.
It looked like his brakes were locked up though, because
They were, yeah. I think it's just the,
Look like a
the
piece
weight
of
of
shit
the
equipment to me. And if you're gonna bring that on you know, if you're gonna ship that in, ship the equipment to take it to the final destination, put the equipment back on a boat, and away you go.
Yeah, because that equipment must have cost an absolute fortune. So you think,
It looked used.
you know,
yeah,
yeah.
It's, where was it? Venezuela, did he say?
Venezuela,
I think it
yeah.
was.
So it's probably
Yeah.
like a building site. It looked like a site it was going up on.
Yeah.
So what the equipment was being used for, but it looked like used equipment anyway. But
that other truck could have done with facing up the hill rather than
Correct.
forwards for a start, because your reverse gear is bullshit. You'll
Yeah.
burn your clutch
and
easily.
it should have been manually operated as well.
Yep.
No cab on it. You wouldn't have even put a cab on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, or put a cab on as a backup.
Yeah,
just so I think revert, control it.
And then once momentum got the best of him and he was just sliding, he should have foot off the brake and he should have tried to power it and straighten it back up.
It clearly wasn't properly planned, was it? Would you normally have someone say, this is how much it weighs, that's the gradient of the slope,
You
this
have
is what you
engineers,
need?
that's what you do. You take engineers with you.
They were
And
going
then people,
for it, weren't
then
they?
people following that guy in the red jumpsuit following it down, he should be one of the engineers.
Yeah.
So like talking about the speed, the gradient, measure the weight, measure. You looked at that truck, you're like, right, old piece of shit.
And the surface they're towing on, I mean, it's all gravel, wasn't it? You're not going to get as much grip on it. So
I think just use the wrong equipment, but that's me being
Yeah.
nerdy like you two with your
Being an
skateboarding and the, health and safety. Yeah.
Skateboarding. Couldn't be like nerdy with audio or editing or anything like that. Skateboarding.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed that too. Don't forget like and subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers. Guys.